and welcome to Real Talk with Elder Michelle. I pray that you have had a blessed weekend. We are just going to get started in a moment. I'm just on a little early so that people can get logged in, and then we'll move on from there. I do want you to know that I have posted a link that will take you to compassion.com. And that is the site that I was telling you all about on last Monday. And I was talking about sponsoring a child and how it would be a blessing to you. Um, so I'm hoping that people will see this as we get started. I'm going to wait and give time for people to log in. But just really wanting to welcome you to the show. Um, I want you to start feeling free to type messages. I will see them and answer. And I want you to start making sure that you keep up with me. If you have questions or you just want me to pray for you, the you see my post office box, and the email is I'm gonna type that in, and you can send me your email, your prayer request at elderemh@gmail.com. Anytime you need prayer, just send me a message or messenger me on Facebook. Okay, and we are going to get started momentarily. I'm giving it a few more minutes before we get started. Okay. But as I have said, what you see in the chat is the first one is the link to Compassion International. This is a place that you can sponsor a child that is in need, child that is in need of food, in need of support for education. There are those that have been abused, human trafficking. You can help these children and help this company. They are 501c3. They any donations that you make are tax deductible. So do feel free to go to the site and check it out. Look around before you make your final decision. But this is a reputable company. Tide Tribute also is partnered with them. So, like I said, very reputable company, and you should take that opportunity to sponsor a child by going there. And then the second post is for my email address, and that is for the purposes of if you have a prayer request, you may send it to me, and I will definitely start calling your name out in prayer. As I said, and as you know, is my mantra. Once you come on, if you would, please post the name of your church location, and your pastor's name. You never know who it's. Excuse me, I got cool air blowing on me, y'all. But you never know who is in search of a church home, and you are always, always, always welcome and invited to join us if you are in the Sampson County, um, Wake County, Johnston County, um, Wayne County area. You are most definitely welcome to join us at services. Holly Grove Church of Christ, Disciples of Christ, 114 North McCullen Road in the beautiful city of Clinton, North Carolina. We are on the outskirts, and when you put it in, you may see Keener or Faison. That is us still. It's 114 North. Make sure it's North McCullen Road, because South McCullen is not us. And we're not either, neither are we in Indian Town. So just make sure it says 114 North McCullen Road, Clinton, North Carolina. And we are inviting you to come and celebrate with me as we celebrate my 2 years of pastorship at Holly Grove. That will be this Sunday, July the 14th. We are having two services. So if you can't make one, make the other. The first one is 11 a.m. worship service with our very own Elder Wanda Faison, who will be bringing the message. We will have a little fireball who is also our district elder, who will be the presider. Her name is Elder Karen O'Neill. So please come. If you can't make the morning, then come to the afternoon. We'll get started because we will be serving the church family, our guest. So we'll get started about 4 o'clock. And our guest is Pastor Nico Hood and the St. Peter Church of Christ, Disciples of Christ Church family that will be coming from Farmville. And so we want to make sure that they get fed before we go into service. We don't want to have them all hungry and everything, because we want them to just get fed the word, and not be hungry and can't hear the word because of hunger in their stomach. But come and join us. Come and join me and celebrate with me. We are going to go ahead and get started now. Um, Tonight, I am going to be talking about deliverance. We're going to talk about deliverance. Um, and deliver me, Lord. It's the topic, and we're going to be coming out of Psalm 69. And the reason I am talking about this is because what I realized is that there is so many things that we really need from. We find ourselves in places of needing deliverance from things, not just things, but also from people. We find that there are many things that we need to be delivered from. You know me, I've told y'all, I'm always saying I need to be delivered from traffic. I despise traffic, and it makes me frustrated when I'm in it, and I have to learn to calm down. Traffic is a part of what I do and where I go. I'm always going to be in traffic, so I have to deal with that. But at the same time, that's just a funny thing that I be talking about. There are many things that we have to be delivered from. And so tonight I want to talk about a few of those things. When it starts, we see David, who is at this time going through. He has people that are turning against him and people that are betraying him. So he has so many different things that he is going through. And so I want to talk about those tonight. Okay. Um, and it says, Save me, O God, for the waters are come in unto my soul. I sink in deep mire where there is no standing. I am coming to deep waters where the floods overflow me. I am weary of my crying. My throat is dried, mine eyes fail while I wait for my God. They that hate me without a cause are more than the hairs of mine head. And I want to stop right there. First of all, where we see David here dealing with so many different things. He says that he's saying to the Lord, Save me, for the waters are come in unto my soul. And he's saying that he is so overwhelmed with the different things that he is going through and the stuff that people are doing. His enemies are great. And especially, it's hard when a person who you think loves you is trying to kill you. So he's dealing with these things. He's dealing with this type of thing. And it's a hard pill to swallow when somebody is going after you. Then what we see is he says he is weary of crying, his throat is dried, his eyes fail while he wait for the Lord. And this is where we get in our time of need for deliverance from things. Sometimes we get in situations where people are treating us so horribly, and we keep hollering, Lord, deliver me from this. You know, you get people that come after you for no reason, and you get up, and it seems like every turn you make, somebody is criticizing, talking, putting you down, or they coming after you about this, they coming after you about that. You can't even say hello right, because it seems like the way that you say good morning, they got a problem with it. Did you see how she said good morning? Did you see how he says good morning? It's like you always got an issue because of the way that you said or did something, and no one ever stops to try and find out. They just don't like you, and they don't know why. They just got this thing, they don't like you. And so sometimes you have enemies that you are dealing with daily, and you're steadily trying to figure out why or what did you do, and you're like, Lord, can you fix this? And sometimes you get tired of the crying and the tears, and your throat gets scratchy from the crying out and the pleading with the Lord to fix the situation. But I got news for you. Sometimes some of them are there for the purpose of strengthening you, because what we have to learn is to be delivered from people. That's one of the things. We have to learn to be delivered from people. We have to stop worrying over what a person thinks about me, how they feel about me, whether they love me or not. We need to be delivered from that, because the only one that makes any difference is Jesus Christ. We need to be delivered from people and their problems. Okay, hear me once again. We need to be delivered from people and their problems. Because a lot of the times, the things that they project on us is problems within themselves. It's just like when a cheating spouse starts accusing a faithful spouse. It's because they know what they're doing, so they assume you doing it too. But what they're doing is projecting their behavior, their misconduct, their problems onto you. And this is what we deal with. People that belittle you in the church, they're projecting their issues on you. I want you to start learning that the church, the real church, does not project issues on you. The only issue that we have is Jesus traded his virtue for our issues. And the blood of Jesus is the only thing that's on us. That's the only thing that he projects on us, is his blood, so that we are covered by the blood. So that when the Father looks and sees us, he sees his son instead. So we need to be more careful about whether we are pleasing him over whether or not we're pleasing man. We see here, he says, they that hate me without a cause are more than the hairs of mine head. We know they that would destroy me, being my enemies wrongfully, are mighty. Then I restored that which I took not away. Here's the thing, we find that we have more people. If you go and you sit down and you look back at the people that have come up against you, how many of them are people that you really did something to? Not many. It's not many. What you will see is that it is far more people that don't know you. And please forgive me for a minute. I'm doing something. I think that we need to do, and I'm trying to pull something up. So give me a second, guys. I promise you, I'll be right back in the screen in just a minute. Because I think that I'm missing something. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm coming, I promise. Okay. I'm doing something to help out the stream. Give me 1 second. All right. So as we are going, just steadily getting situated. Give me 1 more second. Just one more, one more, one more, one more, one more. I'm just doing what's necessary, okay, to get things okay. All right, everyone. We are going to get there in just a second. Okay, so I am actually going to switch over to a different platform because I don't think this one is working. So give me 1 second and I'm going to